Hello and welcome to another episode of Tutorial Thursdays. You may have noticed we took a quick break after TrendLab, but now we're back and we're back with a vengeance. In the next few weeks I selected a few topics that came back very often in the FAQs and we'll be covering them one by one. Today we're going to start with the example where you have a number of tags that are measuring similar things. For example, think about a furnace or a lot of measurements redundant around a compressor. And we want to set up monitors, but not on every individual tags. We just want to monitor for the minimum and maximum values. That's quite easy to do in TrendMiner, but some of you might not be aware of the quick and easy way to do that. So that's what we're going to cover today. Let's dive in. Alright, so as mentioned, I'm looking at 6 individual temperatures, and as you can see, they're all a little bit all over the place. So to get a better idea, I can do 2 things. I can of course move to a stacked trend to see what each individual temperature is doing. Or I can decide to put them all on the same scale and drag and drop them on top of each other so that they will share the same scale overall. So let me quickly do that. All 6 on one scale. And then of course I can move the auto scale and let's put it a little wider, let's say from 10 to 100. Gives me a good idea of where all temperatures are. Now this could be a furnace with local hotspots or individual, history of different pipes. So what I want to do is calculate both the minimum and the maximum for all these tags, so I can simply monitor the extreme values. To do so, I will go into the tag builder. I will create a formula, and really it couldn't be easier. The formula will be max in lowercase letters, and I'm going to add 6 inputs A, B, C, D, E, F, and I'm just going to map that to the individual inputs. So temperature 1, temperature 2, temperature 3, temperature 4, temperature 5, and then finally temperature 6. And this will be the TT for Tutorial Thursday, temp max. When I hit save, this tag will appear as a new tag on my screen. And once again, I can put it on the same scale so I clearly see what is going on. And for the most part, it will match the pink tag, except for when the dark blue tag is higher than the maximum value of the pink tag. And you see, of course, I'm zoomed into 1 hour. You'll see a little bit of interpolation between the discrete data points, but that is normal, of course, since we're basically jumping from one tag to the other. I'm going to do the same thing, so it's going to be the same steps for the min, except that the formula this time will be min, and again A, B, C, D, E, and F. I'm going to do the same mapping, temperature 1 through 6, so I'm going to speed through this a little bit, 4, 5, and 6, and name is going to be TT temp min in this case. And when I add this now to my view, same thing will happen. It's going to calculate live. And I can put this on the same scale so I can very clearly see that this gray tag now overlaps for the most part with the purple tag, except for a few periods where the dark blue and the kind of brownish yellow tag are lower. So just to visualize this, I'm going to hide my other tags. I'm just going to leave the min and the max temperatures on my screen. And now you see I have kind of this envelope where all of my temperatures are between. And now it's very easy for me to set up some limits and some monitors. Let's say anything below 25 can be considered abnormal, and anything higher than 75 is also not normal. So I'm going to validate this with a quick search where this max temperature is higher than 75 or the min tag is lower than 25, let's say for at least 10 minutes, because if it's shorter than a minute, maybe it's just a blip. This is, by the way, something I could smooth out, but in this simple case, we're just going to go for 10 minutes and hit, this should be larger than 75, and hit search. And I find one period where that's the case, which if I want to troubleshoot, I can of course zoom into and start analyzing what is going on here. So it was around this period right there. That was my search result. If I'm happy with this, I would save the search and say extreme temperature detected. Hit save, and now this is going to be available as a monitor for me to set up and to configure, as we did in previous Tutorial Thursdays. So for example, it might just be something I want to send myself an email for. That could be the case. And I'll hit save, and then I can turn this on. And from now on, Trentmar is going to be watching this in the background. If I wanted to, I could also set up 2 individual monitors, one for the min value, one for the max value. If I wanted to put this, for example, on a monitor tile in DashHub, and I want to see the 2 extremes, that is possible as well. There we have it. That was a quick and easy way to combine, in our case, 6 individual sensors, combine them into 2 tags, so one for maximum, one for minimum, and then just monitor those for extreme values. That can save you a lot of time setting up your monitors and also simplify your dashboards, for example. That's all for this week. Hope to see you next time.